Hey there, so today we have another review. This is a beer from Stillwater. This is, in my mind, old money beer. This was originally produced in 2010. So if you guys don't know, Stillwater is a project from Brian Strumke. Definitely a project that was around all over New York, especially when I was getting into beer. And he was contract brewing, I think out of Maryland, or yeah, it's like somewhere around the Mid-Atlantic. And definitely an inspiration for, I mean, I don't know personally for sure, but like brewery like Grim Artisanal Ales, also another Artisanal Ales, has to be an inspiration. Doing a lot of funky stuff, unique recipes, interesting ingredients, really design focused too. I mean, you see this freaking label, like come on, like that's just a modernist like dream. Like look how beautiful that is. It's got a QR code, So great design, all that cool stuff. And unfortunately, didn't open up a tap room in New York City. That actually was planned for him to open up in Brooklyn, but he's actually in Grand Mound, Washington now. So he's replaced, and this is their Stateside Saison. So it's been around for quite a while, obviously, and I think it's like Simcoe, Nelson, Centennial. Yeah, it's a few hops, but it really is not really. I mean, it's obviously going to be hoppy, but it is obviously going to have their proprietary yeast, doing American kind of Saison style kind of thing. Quite fresh can, like literally weeks ago. So actually really cool. I don't know how you get beer all the way from Washington to here within like, I mean, that's got to be a 3, right? Yeah, it's like 2 weeks fresh. How's it even possible? Anyway, I don't know. Unless it's like been sitting on the shelf and it's a year fresh. It's been sitting for a year. I don't know. Who knows? Beer comes in a nice kind of. I mean, I would have seen it on shelf. Yeah, I would have seen like GB's fun, cool enough, has rotates through so many SKUs that like it's hard to go to the store and like notice something sitting around and not notice it again. Like you either pick it up or you don't, and then it's gone. Right? Like their SKUs, they probably have. I want to say under 200, which is actually really low, right? Think about it. Like, I've worked at craft beer retail where you're going 3, 4, 5, 600 SKUs. Like having that many barcodes and individual brands is really nice. Rotates your beer very aggressively, allows you to order beers and just move through them, right? So the beer comes in a light gold color. That head was very unattractive. Oh yeah, smells right. Super expressive. I mean, that's a fun yeast. I mean, that stays on for days, right? It's what is on that nose? I mean, it's got that for sure Belgian thing. Getting to craft beer, I didn't necessarily like it. It's for sure just ethyl acetate for days. Tons of this kind of like Band-Aid plasticky thing, but it's inviting these days to me, right? A little bit of like hop fruity sweetness, so there's like a melon forward character that really plays well. For some reason, the combination of plastic and melon is just delicious. It smells great to me. A little bit of banana in there, a little bit of the banana runts. Also a little bit of like baby diaper. Not baby diaper, but like baby vomit, So maybe a little bit butyric in here as well. It smells cool. I like it. It and the butyric almost comes off like overripe fruit. So sometimes it comes off really too far where it's like baby vomit, but also you get a little bit of like passion fruit, overripe mango, fruits that are a little too sweet, a little too ripe. They're about to turn, right? Just that really, really ripe state. Wow, yeah. On the palate, you notice this beer has hoppiness to it. Follows with this just kind of like lingering kind of a green polyphenol hop matter thing. Excuse me. Bone dry. Despite being so dry, it really has a nice creamy mouthfeel to it. It has a little bit of like heft to the mid palate, where it has a little chew and fat and a little just mouthfeel and sweetness, but it is a saison, so always decidedly dry. Literally one of the definitive things about saison, you have to get it dry, right? Fun. Follows on the palate just like the nose. That combination of like cantaloupe, honeydew, and plastic is delicious. Something about hoppiness playing with the yeast just makes that combination just really nice. It's a combination of like sweetness, fruitiness, and like obviously there's no Brett in here or mixed fermentation stuff going on. I don't believe, but whatever that proprietary yeast you're using is offering this really fun kind of phenol that plays well with the hops. They just counterbalance each other. They counteract each other really well. Counterbalance. Bone dry. As you wait more melon. I'm getting like almost like tropical, but like where am I going? Jeez, I feel like I've had this fruit. It's not honeydew. It's not cantaloupe. There's another like third most popular melon I feel out there that is just super fruity, super exotic, super tropical. I'm also getting some kiwi mango in here as well. Nelson offering that kind of grape thing, and so you're also getting this like grassy greenness, which I don't know if, probably from the hops. It's playing with the really nice kind of like little bit of like juicy malt in the middle, that sweetness and mouthfeel. Like it pops with mouthfeel, but the beer still end up bone dry. Man, this is a banger. Lovely. And it's super dangerous. I mean, this beer sits at 6.8, so it really is not a. We're not talking about a session saison. This is full strength. So we're at like, like IPA strength, and it has that beautiful drinkability. It just has that hoppiness. So it's really hoppy, dry. Not necessarily like bracingly bitter. It doesn't really. I don't really notice much bitterness to it, but it has all these beautiful things that a really delicious kind of like Pacific Northwest IPA can do, with like lean, but maybe a little bit of kiss of malt, complex hop character, but you can play that chameleon thing because, like, they like using mosaic as well, where you can have a chameleon kind of effect where you're playing like fruits and this and that and the pine and the dirt and this and that. Here you get like the phenols with the fruity hops, and then the complexity of the hops also is noticeable. So yeah, and the yeast is playing and really trying to drive hard this complexity to the beer. As you wait more, get a little bit of like black pepper. Also, this kind of like a more of that banana buns thing. There's also like almost like a vanilla creaminess to this beer, despite being like a bone dry saison. Really fun, love it. That's stupid good. That is stupid good. I'm so happy to see this beer again. This is a beer that is a repeatable crusher. It's a great food beer, and also has impression. So does all these really fun, delicious things. There we go. Let's get a really solid 97 plus. 97 plus. That seems like a fair rating. '97 plus. Stateside Saison. Very happy to see this guy again. Stillwater. I didn't know I got distribution of this beer. Why Washington is distributing out all the way out here, I don't know. But hope Brian Schrumpke does great with Stillwater Artisanal. It's got congrats on your project and moving all the way out there. Hope to see more of the beers because I again, when I was getting to craft beer, there were some brands you just saw a lot, and like he was just crushing it with a lot of delicious beers being made with really. Again, just like really interesting recipe development, interesting ingredients. Just, I really feel like ahead of his time. We're talking like 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. Like you just right that cusp of the rise and just doing so much cool stuff. And especially like look at the design, all this cool stuff. Like Stillwater. If you guys know, you guys know. Cheers. Later. 97 plus.